What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off is that the Wii U just had its best month ever in the United States. Yes, December 2014 was the Wii U's biggest month ever in the United States, and just like always, Nintendo neglected to give us any sales figure, but there is word that it might be around 580,000 units. So it is good to see that the Wii U hit a new benchmark, and it is thanks to some of its flagship titles like Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and maybe even Amiibo helped a little bit too. And speaking of those games, Mario Kart 8 sold 1.7 million units in 2014, Smash Bros. Wii U sold 1.3 million units, and Amiibo sold nearly twice the number of Smash Bros. Wii U, which would be 2.6 million Amiibo being sold in the United States alone. That's overall pretty darn good. So I'm sure Nintendo's happy that Amiibo are flying off store shelves, and probably half of the Amiibo sold are from good old scalpers. Want a little Mac Amiibo? Too bad. It's crazy how many Amiibo actually sold, even though the usage of them hasn't been that great so far. Things are starting to ramp up though. I mean, one of my favorite incorporations has to be in Codename Steam, where you can have the Fire Emblem characters join your team. And also the incorporation of Mario Party 10 looks cool as well, even though I'm probably not going to get that game. But hopefully sometime down the line there will be an Amiibo-centric game that will really take advantage of them. But let's not leave the 3DS out in the fields, because December 2014 was also its largest month ever for first-party software sales. Super Smash Bros. 3DS has sold over 2 million units so far, and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have sold over 2.6 million units, and that's just in the United States alone. Nintendo's raking in the money, baby. In other news is that we got some more details on some of the changes that Nintendo is making in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. And one of those changes is the addition of 2 fishing holes. One is outside the southern swamp and the other is in the Great Bay. And just like in Ocarina of Time, you'll be able to do some good old fishing. And I'm going to assume you'll get a heart piece or something if you catch a giant fish. Another change is that there will now be strange eyes behind each boss's mask, and those eyes will act as its weak point, and apparently the eyes look like the eyes on Majora's Mask, which would make sense. But with that being so, I guess how you fight the bosses will be changed up a little bit. And along with that, there are multiple other minor changes, like with the Song of Double Time, where you can now choose a specific hour you want the time to be, which will help with completing some of the special events so you can get all the masks. And finally, TikTok Games has confirmed that their 2D platformer, known as Adventures of Pip, will be releasing in May of 2015 on Wii U alongside other platforms. I already talked about Adventures of Pip in the video I did for 5 Kickstarter games coming to the Wii U, but if you didn't already watch that video, it's a 2D platformer where you can evolve and de-evolve into 3 separate pixelated forms with their own unique traits, and it looks pretty awesome. Plus, Jake Kaufman is doing the music for this bad boy. You know, the Shovel Knight music guy. But that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add to your favorites and all that good stuff, and you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you in the next video, guys. Bye!